Welcome to the optional summative for healthy meal. Yay! Today we're going to be making a fruit salad bound by Greek yogurt, no sugar, and it's going to be served with some pork loin chop. The salad, there's enough for the whole family, I assume. But the pork loin chop, we only got one of, but it's cheap. And so if you want to make pork loin chop for the whole family, that works too. If you want to eat exactly what you see in the video, you're going to need 2 bananas, 1 apple, 1 tin of the raspberries, like the small half tins, and then one of the same size of blueberries, like a half quart, maybe like a full quart, I'm not actually sure, I didn't pay too much attention, sorry, to the of Greek yogurt, or whatever yogurt you really decide. Just, Greek yogurt is sugar-free, and the particular one we bought was all natural, so that generally means it's better for you. You're also going to need the pork loin chop. We only got 1 pound, but if you want to get more, so be it. You'll have to probably get more of the oil, which is the next thing. You're going to need about 1 tablespoon of oil for just the 1 pound, and maybe even a bigger skillet if you're going to make more. It is optional if you would like to add spices like salt, pepper, garlic powder, stuff like that to the meat. I'll get into that during the cooking, but I'm not gonna do that because it was easier to just cook the meat straight out, and I personally like meat without spices. Alright, with that being said, I think we can finally get to the kitchen. I really need to get better at that. Ugh, my wrist hurts. Anyway, hi, welcome to the kitchen. Wow. There's a few things on the agenda to do here. First of all, why did I choose this meal? Personally, I like fruit salad quite a lot. That's basically it. I also like meat a lot. And according to this article by Loin, they're really good for you. So, yeah. Eat healthy and enjoy good food at the same time. I'll take it. You must be saying, why are we making fruit salad? That seems really random and out of nowhere. Wrong. According to this article by Loin, which is every article by Loin, apples and other fruits are ridiculously high in vitamins, fiber, potassium, and why, out of nowhere, do you want to do meat? Unbelievably high sources of iron and low carbs. It's good. Just calm down. It's good. That's so dumb. That was the dumbest bit. And, and if you're feeling crazy, try some almonds. They're considered superfoods because they're good for you in just about every way. Vitamin E, magnesium, fiber, other things. One last thing. Before I start, I need to let you guys know. For the meat, you're going to want a 12-inch skillet like this one. You can actually tell on the back of some of them, maybe, that it says it on there. You can't see it from here, but it does. You're also going to want oil, just kind of any oil. We'll get into that later, but that wasn't on the list either. Cool. Now that we're prepared, let's get cooking. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is wash all your stuff, because that would be embarrassing otherwise. Make sure to take the tags off of the apples, And the bananas, if you want to, I guess, it's on the peel, it doesn't really matter. That's also why you don't need to wash them. Wonderful. Now that we have that done, we can start on the meat preparation, because that's going to take a little more effort and possibly more time depending on how quick you are with the salad. It's a butterfly knife. And this is why I can never have a butterfly knife. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do for the meat is add about a tablespoon of oil. On the recipe I found it said like canola oil, but really it works with any oil. And just put it right in the pan. Just get that evenly spread across the pan or wherever you're going to put the meat or whatever. If you have more meat, you're probably going to need more oil, but generally this works. So now that you've added all your spices and stuff, or in my case, nothing, you're going to actually want to put the meat on the pan. Don't worry, I washed my hands. Beautiful. Look at that. Speaking of washing your hands, you're definitely going to want to wash your hands afterward as well, because there's going to be residue on your fingers and hands, and nobody wants that. Alright, the next thing you're going to want to do is turn on your stove and set it to medium high. I'm going to set it to medium because it's just a good setting to be at. You don't really want your meat on high. It cooks it too fast. According to this amazing article by Cooking Light, it only takes about 3 to 5 minutes to cook each individual side of pork loin, which is really quick. As you can see, it's already starting to sizzle, and it's only been about a minute and a half. Don't let yourself be burned by the oil though. It does like to jump out. Not far, but like, don't stick your face in there, you know? That's a lot of oil. Like I said, just be careful. I'm using an oven mitt to ensure my safety. Well, you heard the timer, so, yeah, it's time to, okay. Now look at that. Now isn't that pretty? Once again, set the timer for 3 minutes. And if you feel it's undercooked for whatever reason, just flip it back over, let it cook for a little longer. I'm personally probably going to do that because that doesn't look fully cooked to me, but whatever goes. So I don't know about you guys, but that doesn't look completely done to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cook for just a little bit longer, maybe like 30 seconds or the duration that I'm talking to you. Then I'm going to flip it over with my fork, oven mitt, and protection of oil, aka my sleeve. And then I'm just going to let the other side cook for about as long. It's all down to estimates at this point. Never mind. That was a horrible idea. Moving on to the fruit. This is all of the fruit that you need. We went over this. I guess I'll put another list up here just in case. I don't know. I'm kind of winging this because I'm not using an exact formula, but just kind of depending on what flavors you like and don't like, just add. So, you know, I think that blueberries will taste great in a fruit salad. So I'm just gonna put a couple of, like maybe something like that many, about half of the thing will do. I'll do the same for the raspberries. And then for the bananas, I think I'll use 1 whole banana. Oh, and by the way, knife work time. I'm going to cut the banana into maybe 7 or 8 different slices, or whatever comes out of the thinner slices that I'm going to make. So, I got on a cutting board. It should be useful. I'm going to divide the banana into small little pieces. There isn't really a quantity that you need, but just make the pieces small because, you know, blueberries and raspberries are pretty small, so you want to match that. because you're gonna bind everything with Greek yogurt. So when you do that, you're gonna make little like sections, and that's how it's gonna be eaten. It's not just one big glop of fruit where you can hand pick it. So once you have a whole banana, I'd say, diced, kind of like that, just add the whole thing to the mix. So far, there's a lot of mix. That's fine though, because you're going to be sharing this with people too, I assume. But if you want to eat it on your own, just either add less or prepare. So you should create apple slices, but that isn't going to fly too well in fruit salad. So, gosh, I keep losing them. So that isn't going to fly too well in the fruit salad. So what you're going to do afterward, after you've collected up all your slices, is either dice them with a knife or with one of the things like a slap chop or whatever as seen on TV product you would like to name at this time, because there's like 80 of them. Discard the core. It's not important unless you're Emma and you like to eat cyanide. Yeah, this now. You might as well use the same knife because it's going to the same place, and you cut bananas with it. Oh no, so infectious, you know. Dice them to about the level that you want, you know. Apples, no matter what you really do, they tend to be bigger chunks, you know. So, I think that's it. If you would like to add more of anything, because I think there's a little bit of an apple imbalance by using a whole apple, I'm going to add some more raspberries. But, if you'd like to do that, I mean, it's not going to ruin anything. There's a lot of fruit. It's a lot of fruit. And there's a lot of apple. I added a lot of apple. In fact, yeah, no, it's time to add all of this. So if you add entire apple, just be wary. You've added a lot of apple. Didn't really think, because, you know, I was dicing them up into smaller pieces. This definitely does not give off a huge banana. So if you want more of that, you can also cut up more of that. I think I'm going to do that. But other than that, that's the whole recipe. So I guess now we move on to the yogurt, which is the next step. Now onto the yogurt. See, nothing about fruit salad is hard, which is nice, because it's good. Fruit salad's good. So we found this Greek yogurt at Albertsons. It's pretty big. You're going to need a lot of it. No added sugar. There's 7 grams of natural sugars, 23 grams of protein, 120 calories. I'm just reading this straight off the thing. Yeah. It seems you don't even need to stir it. So there's a little bit of paper in here, parchment paper, and then you can remove that. And that's it. There's no flavoring to this Greek yogurt. You could change that if you'd like, but I feel like the flavor is going to come from the fruit. So we're going to get like a spoon or just really anything, and then just to whatever discretion you need. I'm going to use the whole thing. Yeah. So then you're just going to literally toss it in with the fruit and create a beautiful concoction. Normally you use stuff like whipped cream, but you know, Healthy foods. So this is apparently the part of the video where I make you watch me eat the food, and if you think that that's gross, this is the end of the video. I'm going to say my closing statements in a moment, and if I forgot anything at the beginning of the video, then, you know, that. See ya. Anyway, let's try the pork loin. It does look good, so. Yeah, it is. Kill you. This was a good idea. So, in conclusion, the meal that I made is easy to make, healthy for you, and it's quite good in my opinion. The yogurt substitute might be my new favorite, topping whipped cream, because it's really good actually. So if you would excuse me, I'm going to go enjoy some fruit salad.